Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel that always brings you stories that make your heart skip a beat, your mind race with questions, and your emotions go on a roller coaster. Today, we're diving into something that's not just a celebrity story, it's a mystery that has gripped an entire nation. The phrase "justice for Yu Menglong" is spreading like wildfire across Chinese media and social platforms. It's being reposted, whispered about, and, in some cases, even censored. But what really happened? Why are so many people demanding justice for Yu Menglong? What lies behind this tragedy that has left fans in tears and the public filled with suspicion? Buckle up, because this one's not just emotional, it's shocking, heartbreaking, and full of questions no one seems brave enough to answer out loud. The calm before the storm. Yu Menglong, or as some fans lovingly call him, Alan Yu, wasn't just another actor in the entertainment industry. He was known for his soft-spoken personality, undeniable talent, and that quiet charm that made fans feel at ease. His journey from a music video director to a household name in Chinese dramas was nothing short of inspiring. He rose to fame through the drama Go Princess Go, where his unique presence caught everyone's attention. But it was his role in Eternal Love that truly skyrocketed his career. From that moment, he wasn't just an actor, he became an emotional connection for millions of fans across Asia. People admired him not just for his looks or acting, but for how genuine he seemed in every public appearance. But fame, as we all know, can be both a blessing and a curse. Behind those flashing cameras and perfectly curated social media posts, sometimes lies a much darker reality, one that fans rarely see. The day everything changed, September 11, 2025, a day that started like any other but ended with headlines that no one was prepared for. News broke that Yu Menglong had passed away after falling from a high-rise apartment in Beijing. Within hours, the internet exploded. Fans couldn't believe it. How could someone so full of life, who just days before was smiling in interviews, suddenly be gone? Authorities released an official statement quickly, saying that the actor had accidentally fallen after drinking. His studio followed with a confirmation and asked the public to respect the family's privacy. But instead of calming the situation, those statements did the exact opposite. They raised more questions than answers. The rumors began. The speed of the official explanation made people suspicious. Many found it strange that within hours, the cause of death had already been declared an accident. There was no mention of CCTV footage, no mention of witnesses, and no detailed report on what exactly happened before the fall. That's when the internet went into detective mode. Fans started analyzing everything from his last social media post to his public appearances in the days before his death. Some even dug up old interviews, trying to find clues. Then, a message allegedly sent from Yu Menglong to his mother started circulating online. In it, he supposedly said, "That money isn't earned by me, it's dirty." That short sentence hit like a thunderbolt. Fans were left speechless. What did he mean by dirty money? Was he in danger? Was he being threatened? Or was this a cry for help that went unnoticed? Before long, the internet was filled with speculation that Yu Menglong had been under extreme pressure, that he might have uncovered something, or that someone wanted to silence him. Whispers turned into a movement. Within days, justice for Yu Menglong began trending everywhere. Fans, fellow actors, and even people who didn't follow Chinese entertainment began to speak up. The hashtag appeared across multiple platforms, sometimes openly, sometimes hidden in clever wordplay to escape censorship. People wanted answers, they wanted transparency, they wanted justice, but almost as quickly as the movement grew, it started disappearing. Posts vanished, accounts got suspended, comments were turned off. It was as if an invisible force wanted the story buried. And of course, that only fueled people's anger more. Censorship and control. The more the authorities and media tried to silence discussion, the louder the public outcry became. Videos talking about Yu Menglong's death were deleted within minutes. Live streams were cut off mid-sentence. Entire hashtags disappeared overnight. For fans in China, it became nearly impossible to talk about him openly. But people found creative ways to resist. They used emojis, codenames, and old photos to keep his name alive online. Outside of China, fans took the fight global. They organized petitions, shared emotional tributes, and demanded an independent investigation. One actress, who was reportedly close to Yu Menglong, even posted a bold message on social media: "Justice may be delayed, but it will never be absent." The post went viral instantly but was deleted within hours. After that, she too went silent, leading to even more unease. When silence becomes louder than truth, people start to fear the worst. The dark allegations. Over time, darker and more disturbing stories began to emerge. Some claimed Yu Menglong had been involved in something far bigger than anyone realized, something connected to money, secrets, and possibly powerful figures in the entertainment world. Others whispered about a missing USB drive, something that Yu allegedly carried with him before his death. Some even claimed that it contained evidence of corruption, exploitation, or blackmail. Then came the theories that made everyone's blood run cold. People began suggesting that Yu's death wasn't accidental at all, but part of something ritualistic or symbolic, pointing out strange coincidences in timing, numbers, and even locations. Of course, there's no solid proof for any of this. But in a country where censorship runs deep and information disappears in minutes, the absence of answers often becomes the fuel for imagination. Fans refused to stay silent. In the weeks following his death, thousands of fans gathered online for digital memorials. They shared clips of Yu smiling, singing, and performing. They wrote letters, poems, and essays expressing their grief and their anger. Hashtags like #Justice for Yu Menglong, #Remember Alan Yu, and #We Will Not Forget trended in various languages across platforms. Many fans outside China turned to Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok to spread awareness, knowing that their posts would reach the international community. For them, it wasn't just about losing a beloved actor, it was about losing trust in the system. A symbol beyond a star. What makes the phrase "Justice for Yu Menglong" so powerful isn't just the tragedy behind it, it's what it represents. It has become a symbol for truth in a place where truth is often silenced. Fans say they're not only fighting for Yu Menglong, but for every artist who suffers quietly behind the glamorous curtain of the entertainment world. For every young person told to obey and not ask questions. For every story that never makes it to the headlines because it doesn't fit the official version. Yu Menglong's death has become a rallying cry for a generation that's tired of being told what to believe. The emotional impact. Those who knew him personally described Yu as gentle, humble, and deeply empathetic. He was the kind of person who never liked conflict, who preferred to resolve things quietly. Maybe that's why the idea of him being involved in anything shady feels so unbelievable to his fans. But maybe that's also what makes the situation so haunting. Because if someone as kind and peaceful as Yu could fall victim to something dark, then no one in the industry is truly safe. Interviews from co-stars and old crew members showed genuine sadness. Many described him as too good for the industry, a phrase that, in hindsight, feels chillingly accurate. The global outcry. What's truly remarkable is how this story has gone beyond China's borders. Fans from all around the world, from Indonesia to the US, from Korea to France, have shared their condolences and frustration. Petitions for justice have gathered hundreds of thousands of signatures. International media outlets have picked up the story, analyzing not just the case itself, but the bigger picture, the state of transparency, control, and the high cost of fame in modern China. It's not just about one man anymore. It's about what his story reveals about the system that failed him. The silence that speaks volumes. Weeks have passed since the tragedy, but the silence from official sources remains deafening. There are no follow-up investigations, no detailed reports, no press conferences. Just a single line in the archives: accidental fall. But for the fans, that explanation isn't enough. It's like trying to close a wound without cleaning it first. The pain remains, and the questions linger. Who was with him that night? What happened before the fall? Was there CCTV footage? Why was everything handled so fast, so quietly, so neatly? Until those questions are answered, the words "Justice for Yu Menglong" will continue to echo louder than ever. A legacy that refuses to fade. In the end, maybe Yu Menglong's biggest legacy isn't his roles in dramas or his songs, but the wave of courage he unintentionally sparked. He made people question things they were never supposed to question. He made them speak when they were told to stay quiet. And in a world that tries so hard to erase uncomfortable truths, his name became a light, small, fragile, but impossible to extinguish. Across fan pages, one quote keeps reappearing: "Justice may be delayed, but it will never be absent." It's not just a line of hope. It's a promise, a vow that his story won't be forgotten. So that's the story of Yu Menglong, a story that has shaken hearts, stirred outrage, and raised questions no one can easily answer. Whether his death was truly an accident or something more sinister, one thing is certain: the truth deserves to be told. And as long as people keep saying his name, asking questions, and refusing to stay silent, that truth will keep fighting its way to the surface. If you've made it this far, thank you for watching and listening with an open heart. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more stories like this, and share this video so more people can understand what's really going on. Because sometimes, justice doesn't start in the courtroom, it starts with people who refuse to forget. See you in the next one.